incorrect. Override denied. Your password is incorrect. Override denied. Program activated.
Wayne's World,
Oh my
party
gosh.
time, excellent.
I'm just going to cut this out.
That's fine. You ready?
Hello. And I hate Tim. Hello and welcome to another Username Nerd podcast. You know I'm going to leave that in, you jerk.
No.
And with me always,
the
regretfully always,
He's the
Tim Hewitt.
Yeah, how's it going?
And I'm sorry to drag you back out to the studio 2 weeks in a row.
Yeah.
We know it's quite a drive for
It
you.
was a drive. He does live about 2 hours away, so he had to drive out here again. I'm just kidding.
All lies. Is Kevin Richardson. He didn't
Sorry.
even mention his name. Wow.
I was still going.
You're so committed to the bit.
It was a bit.
So, Kevin, you're back with us again.
Spoiler, we just recorded the last one.
I don't think anybody really needs to know the magic behind the
Oh,
curtain,
no.
Mike. Come
Okay,
on.
yes.
Because
Sorry.
we are back again with more
Clash of
Clans.
Clans.
So, have a good one, folks.
Okay,
go ahead.
so
what are we talking about?
We are talking about Clash of Clans, and we're talking about the new update and how it frustrates us and everything else.
Frustration.
Definitely taking out. We've talked about last week of how town hall sniping. At the time, I remember it did feel it was a weird mechanic. This whole game was a weird mechanic. I remember you at the very beginning. It was a weird, kind of like, what? I can't control my people?
Yeah.
Which I think we went into
was
this at
always
the very
very odd.
beginning kind of thinking like it was not Warcraft, but StarCraft kind of thing.
An
Did you
overhead
feel the same way?
strategy
Was it a weird mechanic to not be able to just drop your troops and let them go?
It still does. Yeah, it bothers me a little, but, you know.
Because you
you've gotta-
expect if you put down troops, you can control them.
Right.
Right. But anymore, you've got to strategically control them by funneling.
Yes. It gets very, and yeah, it's a skill. It is definitely a skill.
Some people, and sometimes it just goes wrong because the AI goes haywire.
Yeah.
Yeah. And in fact, there was one I saw Zeus 2 or 3 wars ago, and we were actually talking back and forth on text because we were real close on a war to win. This is what happens when you actually play the war games, Tim.
I wouldn't know.
We were discussing, and I was like, do this, and he was like, I think that's good. And it was perfect, and it was going, and then all his dragons took off in the wrong direction.
I have had
and
that.
it just looked perfect. I'm like, how in the world did that mess up? But it is definitely a skill.
Usually what happens to
I've
me
watched
is
tons of videos on it, too.
I'll be watching TV, and all of a sudden I'll get a text saying, hey, there's only 5 minutes left in the war. Can you attack?
Yeah.
You had 2 attacks. You haven't done anything yet. Could
Yes.
you...
Yes.
Great.
Oh.
Well, that's something interesting, too, that I've kind of learned recently is to try and save a few troops back. You want to make a path to the town hall, and you want to save a few troops back after everything's already gone and cleared out of the way.
Yeah.
So you can sneak in with those few troops at the very end
No.
and take down the town hall.
Granted, that works for
Some
Town Hall
bases.
10 and below. You get to Town Hall 11 anymore, and that doesn't work.
Impossible.
Town Hall 11, I mean, even Town Hall 10 sometimes.
Well, it doesn't work at all because if you have the new defense, the Eagle artillery.
Yeah, go ahead and talk about the
The Eagle artillery, it will only go in. It only activate until you drop 30% of your troops. But if chances are you're going to do
Right.
that. If you're going
Yeah.
for an attack, you're going to get rid of 30% of your
right.
troops
Yeah,
in a
pretty
second.
quick.
So before the Eagle artillery, you could clear out your big old section, and if you had a couple more percentage points to get the win, you could drop a troop, get a random building.
Yeah.
Anymore, that thing covers the entire map.
Wow.
And it will take down your archer.
It does do the whole entire map?
Entire map. You
Wow.
can't.
So there is no more like sneaking in behind. What if
Yeah.
you still had troops on the board?
Oh, man, that's...
What's
I
is
haven't
it?
attacked
What's
many.
its priority?
It.
Does it attack certain troops first, or
I think it attacks the higher hit point troops first.
Is it? Does it have so many shots, or is it just unlimited?
No, it's
So- and
I'm pretty
it's-
sure
so
it's
it's-
unlimited. I don't think you have to reload it.
I wonder if is it so it's not proximity, as in it's going to attack the closest thing to
Great.
it.
One more thing to
It's
reload.
more about-
that would suck.
It's more about attacking a specific type of troop first, maybe.
Yeah,
and I don't
it's-
know. It might be proximity, but
If you put your golems out first, it's going to go
it's
for the
gonna
golems.
go. Okay.
Yeah.
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 And that's what I mean. Mine is a Go Wiki is a Go. Yeah,
Wiki.
Go Wipey.
Go wipe.
Go Wipe. Yeah, Wipey. That is the battle age. That's just what I use
Yeah,
constantly.
Explain that because I don't know.
Golems, wipe, wizards,
Wizards
and Pikas.
and Pikas. So
Really?
2 golems, 2 Pikas, and I just drop those at
Oh, that's
first.
what I use too. Okay,
And
cool.
that's the one I
That's the one you
told you what to
explained
use.
to me,
And then you drop a bunch of wizards and witches. In fact, I always take 3 witches with me.
Go wee wee is actually the biggest. Yeah,
Yeah.
I know it sounds
Go
funny.
wipe and
yeah,
go
yeah.
wee wee.
Go wee wee is the biggest attack right now. It's golems, witches, and wizards. Mass witches right
No Pikas?
No
how many
Pikas.
how many golems?
now. Usually 3 or 4 golems, but most of
See, sorry.
That's
Sorry.
interesting.
Go ahead.
most of it is going to be your witches because with the new update, the level 3 witches were just running over, and they've already nerfed the witches to where they're not as powerful.
They are not as powerful.
Because I tried.
But still, the level 3 witches are
yeah.
they're OG
I
right
love yeah.
Because I tried
I
doing
love witches.
like I think I did 4 Pikas and just all wizards, and it would fail awful because
Yeah.
they
Mhm.
the golems keep going after turrets, and the Pikas having the Pikas in there is important because the Pikas are a shield for those wizards.
No, the golems are shield.
No, the golems go after and take down turrets, and then the
defenses, yeah.
Pikas kind of stick with the golems, but they hover at the right speed, the same as the wizards, because they're not driven towards turrets. They just attack whatever's in front of them. Am I
The
wrong?
Pikas?
Yeah,
I like golems more than Pikas because they have more hit points.
yeah.
And not only do they have more hit points, but when they die, they split,
And I like
they
that.
are definitely a meat shield.
But what would
whatsoever.
happen is my goal, if I
without
dropped
any
like
meat.
4 golems and all of my wizards, the golems would attack and they'd stay together for a while, but then eventually the wizards would get bogged down attacking the rest of the buildings that the golems left behind. And the golems would go on ahead and then my
Really?
wizards would just get wiped out.
Are you right? Golems go just kind
Yeah, they're only defenses.
Defensives?
Only
yeah,
defenses, yeah.
until they're gone.
The other thing, and kind of Pikas have that massive hit points, but they also do damage, where golems
Yeah.
don't do any
I
damage.
agree with that, yeah.
And then the other one. Whoa.
Are your golems max?
There's Goho.
golems are
There's
max.
Goho for lower levels.
Mhm.
Golems and hogs.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
You know what?
I'm just going to giggle.
You
I'm
really
sorry.
don't watch
I
any
don't. Sorry.
tutorials whatsoever. I'm so used to these terms just go back and
Nothing.
forth.
I don't know.
And then I haven't even been on since some of the new stuff. And I want to talk about new spells as well.
My favorite's the Yojo.
This is what he does.
Yeah.
It's,
yeah.
Yeah.
This is what I do in real
we've
life.
had a
too.
lot of complaints.
No, you haven't. All right, sorry. what were we talking
no,
about?
I'm kidding.
The new updates.
Yes, lots of complaints.
They write letters.
Okay, so you said your favorite attack is Go Wipe right now?
Yeah, but I use 2 golems, 2 Pikas, all 3 witches, and the rest are wizards. And then I normally follow that up with my spells are usually 2. What's the purple one?
Rage.
Rage, and then 1 lightning. 1 lightning usually picks off a lot of the castle stuff,
Yeah.
and then that is 6. So I have 5 left, which is definitely 4 earthquake spells, which will take out. And if you can get them just right, you can take out 2 barriers, 2 walls to get right up to
4
somebody.
quakes is
Yeah.
big.
They're really good. And if I could drop one of them down, if I did just want 2 rages or a rage and a lightning, then I could get 7. And if someone else can get me 1 earthquake, and I love that they did that. And I've always thought that would be a great thing to just be able to give someone a spell.
Yeah.
I hate that it's the lower level ones.
Are
but
the dark elixir
spells,
ones,
yeah.
yeah, it's just the dark spells. But
Well, that's better than nothing.
yeah,
And it's
true.
an innovate. I mean, this game is really. I don't know. I've seen other games that are similar to this makeup or whatever adopt everything this game's doing.
Oh yeah, they
yeah.
they
They're the
follow it.
trendsetter.
Yeah, they are definitely.
All right.
they're
So what
making-
else in this new update?
Oh, gosh dang it. It was right on the tip of my tongue. So, is there a way
To win.
No, because I always keep about, and with that, I usually keep
yeah.
back 2
I know what you're
archers,
talking
sometimes 6 archers. And those normally can pick off things on the side to get my 50%. And there have been so many times where I'm just a hair away from 50% and a hair away from getting.
Yeah.
It seems like I always 2 hairs away from getting 2 stars. And if I just had another
One,
wizard,
yeah,
I would
exactly.
I'd get 2 stars, and I end up getting nothing. And it just sucks. Is there a way of replicating the town hall sniping without the town hall sniping? What I'm saying is there a way to really put 30% on the outside to get that
you know,
shield?
people talked about that before the update dropped, and nobody's been doing it.
What
so-
about, are certain buildings worth more than other buildings, or is it just
No, it's
okay? So what if you?
It's very minimal. Your storages might be worth 2%.
but that's the one thing you don't want.
Yeah.
Right.
So what if you
Exactly.
put all of your storages and mines and defenses on one corner of the map,
And that's
put
a lot what I-
everything else.
That's a lot of what I have.
Yeah.
Hold on, I'm pulling it up right now.
you know what I mean. 'Cause
See,
put
if you look
every
up
other
in the
building.
upper top, see,
Yeah.
I have up there. I
That's great for the
have
listeners.
I have 5 blah blah huts.
Yeah.
I have a research. I have all of my
So all the
But
buildings, other
all my
than-
buildings. Yeah.
The problem to that is if chances are you're going to get somebody coming through to just drop trophies, are they really going to?
Yeah,
I'm not going to waste my
true.
troops to just give you a shield.
True.
That's true.
So
Yeah. I guess
Well, no, they
that's-
get trophies.
they do, but
trophies don't matter as much now.
no,
Why
some people they matter a lot. I mean,
Yeah.
anymore. What we've got, Legend League, and there's thousands of players up there now,
Yeah.
which is insane.
And to get if you get up there, there's more money up there, more things. I mean, that's why I did a lot of my town hall sniping was not for money. Also, you get the bonus. So you do
Yeah.
get bonus,
Yeah.
but not for,
Yeah.
the bonus is not as much as it is in
And
the
they
war.
and they
Shoot.
Yeah.
and they cut the bonus down now. If you don't get your bonus, you don't get your full bonus until you get 80% destroyed.
Are you kidding me? They are
Really?
really after
And
it.
that is one people are pissed about that because they took away the town hall snipe. They feel like too much was taken away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you get your 50%, I feel you should get your full bonus. You get
Right.
the 1 star, you
Well,
won.
Yeah.
I'll say this from a long-term player of this game standpoint. Generally, when something like this happens, there's another update on the horizon that will counter some of these things.
And they better soon because
And I know.
there are discussions out there that the game is dying.
Yeah, well, it's
Like-
funny because if you go back and listen to that podcast when they made that
Oh, you
huge
were
first,
pissed.
second update change,
You were like, this is done.
I was
It's
like,
over.
yeah, this game is done. This is stupid. They have ruined the game.
I don't know.
And
but that
then
was
the
not
very
as
next update-
that was not as bad as
agree.
this.
I
This is
agree.
really bad.
I'm just saying they probably have something in the mix. Now, I'm not saying it's right. I'm not saying they should. Maybe they should have released it all at the same time, or made a few more countermeasures or something.
The other thing is
I'm
this.
just saying they're not going to leave it. They're going to have to do something.
Do you guys know how
And
long?
I've already got 3 years in this game.
Yeah.
I'm not quitting.
Yeah, no.
Do you know how long the winter break is? Do we have any idea?
Winter break.
Oh, the little boost?
Yeah, no. It says for the whole winter break. Normally the Halloween break is they get really late on that.
Yeah.
Halloween is October 15th to roughly about Thanksgiving. It's about a month. The winter break, I want to say, is a month and a half.
Yeah.
It's Christmas.
It usually runs
into about
middle of
February.
Yeah.
And they're saying, I mean, the boost, that one gym boost, is for the whole winter break. I'm
Really?
wondering if
I
that
thought
is
it was done now.
No, it's still there.
I gotta
Are you
boost my
serious?
stuff.
Yeah, you have to do it every day.
Yeah. I just thought it was.
Dang, because I only did it once. That was it.
No, I've been
Yeah.
doing it for the last 2
All right,
weeks.
let's
almost.
Yeah,
pause the
so-
podcast so we can all boost our things because that's
It's not
awesome.
hard. You can do it real quick.
Yeah.
And basically, what you're doing is you're making all your stuff double.
That's crazy.
And I wonder if that is because of all this. Because even with that, I'm finding it extremely hard to get up. Because at my level, I'm getting attacked constantly. I have no gold, no nothing, no shield, no nothing. All I'm getting is just
Wow.
Picked
and
apart.
with the wars, with everything, it's hard for me to save up 7 million for
Yeah.
at $7.5 million is the lowest thing for me to buy.
You know what they need, and Supercell makes the other game they play with Boom Beach, where they have a like a safe. What is it called?
Your vault.
Your vault,
Yeah.
and you can store. The O game did at the very end, the last podcast. So you
It
can
was
store
really
a
bad, though.
few percentage, a small percentage.
But what's
left
a
over.
small percentage?
It would be almost. I'd say it'd almost be like the same as having two clan castles. So you'd have the storage in your clan castle, then you have another storage about the same level.
So about
as
$1
your clan
million or $2 million?
castle. Yeah, but I mean, that way
That would be a start.
that way that couldn't get stolen. Absolutely, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's not enough to really.
And it's at the point where I think a lot of people like Cold Pistol, Dave.
Yeah.
We've had him on the podcast a lot. He is not a fighter. He's a lover, not a fighter. He is a farmer, and
Yeah.
there's no way you can. There's no way you can
It's
last.
really not. It's over. Yeah.
I mean, I'm not even a fighter, and
No,
with
but that's
wars,
he buys a weak shield is what he does. It's like, man, that's the only way you can do it though.
how much is a weak shield?
But that's the only
250,
way.
I think.
That's
Yeah, I'm not saying it
Hold
seems
on.
ridiculous, right?
not to throw 250.
One day.
That's
$2.
$2. $2.50 roughly.
Yeah. Well, hey, that's why they're making
That
freaking
seems
$2 million a day.
That's. Anyways,
That
okay,
seems crazy. I agree.
okay, sure.
I'm stoked about being able to boost for.
So you're right. I didn't think about that. Putting 30% on the outside really doesn't give them. It didn't before, but definitely if they can't get the bonus, because that was what it was for. If it's not 80% for the bonus, then yeah, that's pointless. One thing I want to talk about what you guys think. So before we get into what you think additions should happen, what do you guys think could fix this update?
First thing, you got to give the total bonus. If you get 50% or you get the town hall, you get your whole bonus. Because
I think so.
I mean, granted, at my trophy level, it's not that much, but it's gonna start affecting things.
But a level
Well, and
10
that's-
and a level 11, it's hard.
Yeah. Well, and that's interesting to hear from your point of view, Kevin, because this is a very unique type of game to where you have people who have played for 3 years and you have people who are just now starting as well. And so to have an economy, an in-game economy that can stretch from very advanced players to new players is a hard thing to do.
It is.
So
And a lot of people have been complaining about that for a very long time. They were
Yeah.
like, another update, and it's only for the people that have been playing for a
Yeah.
long time. I'm
Yeah.
like, well,
yeah, that's
I understand that, but it's hard
know.
because how else are you going to do
Exactly.
that? You
I
have a
know, I
lot
agree.
to do when you're. I mean, I just started my second account on a different phone, which you can do. I did know this. If you
it's
start
like sanctioned or
Yeah.
legal.
if you start 2 on one phone, you
You
get
are
kicked for
banned.
life.
bye bye.
I
heard
didn't even
about
hear about that.
That's insane.
If you sell your account, you get banned for life.
Kevin,
Really?
you said you saw a YouTuber who did it or something like that. And he got banned.
Actually, what he was doing, he was boosting his YouTube views by putting something in the description of his YouTube, like of his video.
and it
and-
wasn't accurate.
No, it was just something to boost his views for it, like to get his video out there more.
Okay.
And he got kicked for like
From the
2
game?
weeks. Yeah,
Really?
from the game.
Wow.
That seems
crazy.
low. Anyway.
Man, I lost my train of thought.
I shouldn't have stopped you. I'm sorry.
what were we talking
We
about?
were talking about the economy.
Oh,
and how
economy.
the updates are all for
Oh yeah,
older
yeah.
players now. Yeah.
And but I mean that's a hard battle to fight because
Yeah.
there are people that are been playing it for a very long time and need new things to keep their interest in.
Mm-hmm.
Where I just started a new account probably 6 months ago, and it was fun to do that all
Yeah.
over again.
Yeah.
It was.
And there's a lot to do, and
Well,
I'm like,
and I was
I
gonna say,
forgot how limited I was.
Thinking about starting all over now, I think it'd be a much funner, or that's grammatically incorrect, a funner experience.
Yeah.
Because now I have to look forward to Dark Elixir. I have to look forward
Mm-hmm.
to the heroes. Are they going to do a new hero?
They did a new hero.
They
It's
did a
called
new
the
hero.
Grand Warden.
the Grand Warden.
way out of
Yeah.
it.
Wow.
So,
Wow.
You're 2
are
town
they going
halls
to do
away.
Dark Elixir at any time? What's up with that? So explain the new hero to me then.
The new hero, the Grand Warden, he is a passive. He has passive abilities. He is going to boost your hit points for every troop. He has a area of boost.
Oh, really?
So he will boost all that, and he does have a
Does he heal at all?
He has his special ability. He has, they call it the Eternal Tome.
Mm-hmm.
And once you get it fully upgraded, it's 5, it doesn't sound like much, but 5 seconds of invincibility for everything that's in his area.
Yeah. I mean, it played right. That could be very detrimental or
Yeah.
could be, nothing. Yeah.
I think. Okay. Do you have any theories on how to fix this? You haven't really. It's hard for you
it's
to
hard
pull
for me.
man.
Yeah. I think my contribution was talking about the
past.
economy. No, the economy,
Oh.
like how hard that must be. So yeah.
I
Go ahead.
think how to fix this is
just burn it down. Start.
shields. Shields, I think, need to be earned a second way. I think if you're really going to say you're not going to get the bonus of this stuff by 80%, maybe if you hit 30%, you get 2 hours worth of shields, and you can apply that to yourself. See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So if I go out and attack and I get someone at 30%, I attack again and I could get up to.
So you're gaining shield for yourself.
I'm gaining shield for myself by
Interesting.
attacking
Yeah.
other people.
Yeah, that
And you
could
make a
be.
limit up to 12 hours.
Yeah.
So I can get 12 hours and I can choose when I want to use that.
Yeah.
Might be
So
a
you can almost
main-
store shields.
store shields and make a mechanic.
That's an
of,
interesting way of doing it.
I don't know if that's a good way of doing it or a bad way, but there's got to be a better way of getting shields
Yeah.
than 80%.
No, you're right.
You're just getting decimated.
Because that was the whole thing. Is like at least if I put my buildings on the outside, and I was
Because-
following that 30%. I was like, okay, well I could just put everything else. That's fine, and just use all my defenses to protect this. You know what I mean?
So my only thing to counteract this is don't use walls. Don't use walls at all. Put them on the side. Put everything out there because I am getting attacked every 10 minutes. And because if they attacked me once and just wiped me clean, I
Yeah.
might lose 400,000. But if I get attacked 15 times in the last 2 hours, I'm losing 4 million. So why protect myself at all? Why not just get completely wiped out once every 2 days?
That's a very Ender's Game solution, there, my
Right?
friend.
That's it.
That's brilliant.
I mean, how else do
Maybe
you do
not
it?
brilliant, but that's a good way of thinking outside the box.
And
of saying,
so
hey,
you're,
you
you're
know.
going to have one. It's going to go back to because I love the other way was you can set up 2 different bases. You can set up one for your wars, and you set up one
Yeah.
for this, and you'd always set your little thing on the side. But now just throw your walls away.
Yeah. Or maybe just put them all up in one corner,
Yeah,
and so they have to attack from this.
I think you
direction.
have to put everything out, don't you?
You have to.
Yeah,
Okay.
there's no way.
So and the other
You
the other
can't
thing
sell
is
anything either, can you?
the last thing before we wrap this up is wars. Let's talk about
Well,
wars.
hang on, Kevin. Did you have anything you think that could solve this crisis?
Other than fixing what they've taken away as far as the bonuses,
Yeah, I mean, it's very
Man.
possible they could just.
What do you
update
think of
again.
my ideas?
I like the idea of being able to gain the shield,
Yeah,
but I don't see how they would work it in
it's
to
hard.
those since they added the ability to use your part of your shield as well.
Right. I don't know. Yeah. It's
Yeah.
already too. I feel like it's already too complicated to explain. So, because I misinterpreted it as I can store my shield a little bit, or maybe, and I didn't understand
Yeah, it was a
guard,
little different.
and if they throw another monkey wrench into it, I don't know.
All right, sorry, I might have derailed you, but you said the last thing.
Oh, well, I wanted to talk about what you guys thought would be good in the future, other add-ons. I don't know. There's not a whole lot.
Yeah, they added another hero.
Um,
That was my main thing, is add another hero, but apparently I'm behind the times.
I thought it made sense to me. So it's the Grand Warden.
Yep.
And it doesn't really is it the kind of the upgrade to the wizard?
No.
Because the barbarian king is the barbarian.
Right.
And the archer queen is the archer. My thing was the next one's going to be my used to be my favorite.
Stormtrooper.
No. What, come on.
I'm sorry, yeah.
Goblins.
Oh,
I
yeah, yeah,
loved
yeah.
goblins.
You loved goblins.
In fact, I would say give me goblins in their clan
Yeah.
castle, and people just
would
didn't
question.
get it. And they were
Yeah.
like,
You know, goblins attack as a resource.
they attack the
Town hall
Oh,
now.
I
Yes.
like that. Anyways.
Uh,
I thought there would be a Goblin King.
well, then, real fast, I have something then as an addition. So, other games I've played like this, they have a survival mode to where you can say, I want to do survival mode, and they will send waves of enemies at you.
Oh yeah.
At your base, and if you survive the first wave and this first phase, you have to survive 5 waves or whatever, and you get little bonuses and stuff for that. So that could be a way to earn shields.
Oh yeah.
That could be another way of doing something like that. And then there's another game that I used to play and stopped playing called Castle Clash, which was very similar to Clash of Clans, but it was very hero based rather than. You only had I think 4 turrets, and then you had heroes out, and your heroes were your turrets basically. But they had all sorts of little things where daily challenge, and it just got overwhelming. So I think that's the danger in that as well. Is don't add so many daily challenge things that it gets too much, because I just quit that game because I was like, I can't. It's too much.
Yeah.
I have to log in and play for a good hour and a half just to do all the daily stuff before I even start playing the game.
Yeah.
So don't do too much, but I think adding a wave or a horde mode or survival mode or something like that. Or, Supercell, you're the leader in this field. Let's see something innovative that no other game's thought of. Maybe a scroller mode or, like the regular missions, the campaign. Mm-hmm. Maybe add on something to that and make it to where...
It would be nice to play the campaign again.
You drop all your troops at the bottom of this long map, and they have to make it all the way through, or something like that. Think outside the box. Think of something different that the other games aren't doing.
They
you're
do.
innovative. Oh, no, I'm not talking down on them. I'm just saying, if anybody's going to do something good, it's going to be Supercell.
I don't know if either one of you guys have seen this. I'm sure, Tim, you haven't. But Supercell did actually come out with a new game called Clash Royale.
Really?
Just came out, and it's pretty much just the same troops. It's barbarians.
Really?
But it's a different style of game. It's more, I'd say even more overhead. I don't know the different styles of games as you would describe it.
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll
It's
have to
something
look
new.
at it for sure.
It doesn't look like a game that would interest me because it's just a little too slow.
Really?
But
is it turn-based? Like you wait?
Yeah, I kind of think that would be a good way to...
Tim's magic
That
words.
is.
He
Man,
loved turn-based.
Seriously.
I like something boom, done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he'll sit there and play all day. But
I love it.
Makes you wonder, why drop this huge update for your main game and then drop a whole new game?
Oh, that's a whole other team.
I'm sure it's a whole nother team.
And you know why?
1.5
Oh, yeah.
billion. 1.5 billion.
Money.
Let's talk about wars. And real quick. I was going to save that for last.
Okay, I have one.
One other thing I think they should add.
Okay.
Did you get to say anything they want to add or no? Do you have anything?
No.
Notifications. I would love to be able to notify somebody that I don't know in our clan, hey, please, we'd love for you to attack. Because there's a few people we don't know that are just there, and I have no way of contacting them.
Not only that, the little chat on the side. Oh my gosh! Sometimes I won't log. Like when I was playing,
You're a different
frequently,
breed, though.
and I would log in twice a day.
I
Sometimes it's
actually
like, oh my
text
gosh.
you and you don't respond. So you're a different breed.
You got a good point. Let's skip that.
I could be sitting here talking to you and you wouldn't respond.
Yes,
so.
exactly.
Huh?
So me and Missy have, if we'll text him, just start texting him. It's a game. You text him every hour until it bugs him so much that he finally answers.
That's awesome.
And then Missy started okay, I'm going 15 minutes. She'll do it every 15 minutes.
Good times. Anyway.
So that was what I would think. Some kind of notification to let people know. Cause
in-game notifications for other players.
I even talked to Zeus. I'm like, is there a way we can, I don't know, if you are part of the clan, you have to give us your text. I'm like, and he's like, you can't do that. I'm
as the guild leader, you can send messages, can't you?
Yes, but not if they don't get in the game.
I agree. I'm just saying that's maybe a start. Maybe we need to expand on that.
You can do it too. You can send a group thing, but it doesn't pop up on your phone.
Yes, there's no point.
It's
not a push
There's no
notification.
point if they're. I mean, if they go in the game, they do. But sometimes they just don't do anything for 2 days, and they're in the war, and wars are. It's tough because these people are on top of it, and definitely we are about level 7 in our clan, and it's getting tough.
It really is.
So wars, go ahead and give us your complaints.
Wars, it's one of those things. I don't want to I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings, but
No, hurt people's feelings.
some of the strategies are just.
It is. It's very. Me and Zeus
Well,
talk
hey,
about that a lot.
And listen, just assume that I'm every one of those people. So go ahead, go down, talk about me. Act like it's me, because I know I do things wrong.
I haven't seen one of your texts in so long I couldn't even tell you.
There you go. So there's the first part. The first part is
Oh.
people being in the wars and not fighting.
Yeah.
Which drives
you don't
me
get to
crazy
your-
when I'm fighting in the war. So I don't know why I do it.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
don't attack, but
Yeah.
regardless.
If you forget your second attack, oh well. Okay.
At least attack that first one.
At least do that first one.
My one, I was waiting to the very end
Mm-hmm.
because it's hard. Do I attack 1 and 2, or do I attack 2 and 3? It all depends
Yeah.
on where it lies. But I was waiting, and then I was like, okay, I got 2 hours left, and then something happens. I'm like, oh my gosh! So I always now attack that first one and try to hold that second one off. Sometimes I don't even. I'm just like, I'm just attacking both.
I think the pattern has been for a lot of people is
Yeah.
you do that first one right away,
Just do it.
hold that second one, see how it all plays out, and then go into your second attack.
Because I could go for number 1 and get 1 star, maybe 2, or I could go for 3 and get 3 stars. What do I do?
Yeah.
And it's hard when you're up at the top because you're like, what are these other people?
Okay, but that's not
yeah.
that's people not attacking. You're talking about strategies in general, like people attacking badly.
Yeah, go ahead.
just troop composition. I mean,
Yeah, let's
Yeah.
talk about that because these are good.
a big thing is all dragons. All dragons is
I
fine,
don't like all
but
dragons.
you
To
know
a
what?
point.
To a point.
There's a level. It
And-
comes in.
and even then you go with your lava hound.
Well,
in
unless
Town
you
Hall
don't
10s.
have a lava hand.
Yeah,
If you have a lava hound, you shouldn't be using all dragons.
You should
You're
be-
you're beyond that.
you can go lava loon unit.
I think, lava loon. Yeah. At first, I was. Are you gonna laugh at the lava loon?
No. Sorry.
Okay. I mean,
I was wiping my mouth.
it was definitely a point where it was all balloons, and then I think it was 11. The level was it a level 8 or level 7? I don't remember.
I don't know. I'm just
You have to switch to dragons.
Yeah.
And it's all dragons, but you have to. I'm trying to teach Missy all dragons except for about 20 archers.
Yeah, you need to have.
And
a
those
backup.
are to clean up, and she'll drop them all the way around. I'm like, oh, don't do that, don't do
Oh
that.
no.
And you need 3 lightning spells to take out at least one.
I go
turret.
2 lightning spells in a quake to take out one of the air defenses.
That's a good one.
What I usually do is I use all dragons. I don't bring anything else but my dragons, my king, and my 1 clan castle troop.
Okay.
I use my king and my hopefully a P.E.K.K.A. right away to clear out some of the edge buildings so my dragons funnel right. Okay. So as soon as I take out 1 air defense, whichever is the more appropriate one,
Right.
wherever the air sweeper is,
Mm-hmm.
I'll take out 1 air defense and I'll use a rage to get the other. And then usually by the time the other one has any effect, there's just too many dragons. The 1 air defense is too slow to pick off all those dragons.
See, dragons
Yeah.
never work for me, but
How much? What?
all dragons never work for me. But that
You have to be very skilled at it.
I don't drop them right. I don't follow the right pattern.
If there are 3 air turrets, it gets tricky. But if you have 2 air turrets, it's not a problem
It's
at all.
cake, yeah.
So we're gonna call it there, and we are actually going to do.
Sorry, real fast. I had there's 2 apps you can get on the App Store: COC Maps.
Oh yeah.
And COs are Maps of Clash of Clans. Maps of Clash of Clans is basically like they offer up ideas for whatever town hall level you are. This all might change
Have they
now. They
updated
update. No, I don't think so.
I think that was outdated.
But
Yeah.
well,
I was about to say it was a really good app.
COC Maps is pictures of people's actual bases
Oh really?
that people submit.
Which you
So-
can just do by searching.
Yeah, but I'm
Just
just saying this is nice little. It's not generated. It's actual people's bases, and they submit these pictures, so you could see everybody.
Yeah.
Anyway, those 2 apps you can download. I thought they were helpful.
We're going to also do something else. Do you mind staying a little bit later? Can you do a couple of attacks for us?
Absolutely.
So we're
Record
going
'em?
to record them and put them on the
I
YouTube
love
channel.
it.
So go over to our YouTube channel, Username Nerd.
Sure.
That's it. Username
That's
Nerd, not Minecraft Edition. That's
Not
a different
Minecraft
channel. But the other channel will be Username Nerd, and these will be some of the first videos we put on there. Let's go through it. Just a few things.
If you want to talk to us,
Comments at usernamenerd.com. The other thing is follow us on Twitter at usernamenerd. And then also visit us at Planet Comic-Con in Kansas City, May 20th through the 22nd.
if you have a friend who you want to get into podcasting and they don't want to, I don't know why some people don't want to download the app on their phone. I don't get that. I don't understand it. You can send them to our website, usernamenerd.com, because all of our podcasts are up there on the website as well.
Yeah.
Some people don't download the app. I
Really?
don't know.
Why?
It's odd and very
the
bizarre.
podcast app is very easy. At
Friendly,
least
right?
in iTunes Store.
Well, I guess the Android ones are
I have no
tricky,
idea
but-
about the Android phone.
But that's another way to get them. So you can always
I
do
have
that
an
as well.
Android phone. I need to
You have an Android?
figure it out. Anyways.
Okay.
So stay nerdy.
Stay nerdy.
Okay, stop. Don't go to the next YouTube video or channel or skip or don't do anything. Real quick, 5 seconds. We have 3 different channels. Please subscribe to them. Username Nerd News, Username Nerd Comics, Username Nerd Games. We have separated them out into 3 ones. Choose all of them or just one to subscribe to. You'd love it. I promise you, we'll give you great content. It'll show up in your feed. You'll love it. Just real quick click. It doesn't take but a few seconds. You'd be awesome. Thank you. I mean, you are really awesome. Thank you.